Rhea Ripley explains, licking Liv Morgan. She's mine. I just owned your new girl. Rhea Ripley's ongoing rivalry with Liv Morgan took an intense and personal turn when Ripley recently revealed the significance behind her controversial actions during WWE Raw. In an interview with the Wrestling Classic, the WWE Women's World Champion shed light on her in-ring taunts, particularly her infamous face-licking gesture toward Liv Morgan, which she used to send a message to both Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. For Ripley, these bold moves reflect her dominance over both her rival and her partner, Dominic. Rhea Ripley's approach to in-ring taunts. Ripley explained that her actions, including the use of the stink face and the face licking, were meant to assert her control over the situation, showcasing not only her dominance over Liv Morgan, but also her confidence in her relationship with Dominic. According to Ripley, these moments weren't entirely pre-planned. The stink face, it was kind of spur of the moment to see how far I would go, Ripley said, highlighting the spontaneous nature of her decision. Though she had some preliminary thoughts about the stink face before the match, Ripley admitted she wasn't sure how she'd feel in the heat of the moment. A little bit of chatter about it beforehand. But I didn't know how comfortable I was going to be in that moment, she revealed. As she neared the moment, she allowed her instincts to take over. I remember getting to it and being like, I'm going to do the stink face. What do I do before the stink face? Ripley confessed that the uncertainty in her mind led her to improvise. I started thinking too much in my head. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. This spontaneity gave rise to the dramatic buildup that fans witnessed during the match. Ripley explained how, in the midst of the stink face, she threw her hands up in a seemingly awkward but intentional gesture, signaling her complete immersion in the moment. A lot of it is not fully committed to until I'm out there, she added, illustrating how much of her performance depends on real-time decisions. The face-licking gesture, a bold message. One of the most talked-about moments of Ripley's match against Liv Morgan was her face-licking taunt. Ripley divulged the personal significance behind this action, explaining that it was a way of marking her territory and asserting her dominance over both Liv and Dominic. For Ripley, licking Dominic's face has become a symbol of their connection. She recalled, even the licking of the face, the one with Dom, I was like, I'm going to lick your face just because you're mine. It's what we do. It's our thing. This gesture in her eyes represents their bond, an inside joke between the two that conveys their unshakable partnership. However, when it came to Liv Morgan, the face-licking had a different connotation. Ripley admitted that her decision to lick Morgan's face was purely spur of the moment. The one with Liv, that was completely spur of the moment. I saw Dom looking at me and I was like, she's mine. I just owned your new girl. What are you going to do about it? In that moment, Ripley wasn't just taunting Liv. She was sending a direct message to Dominic. By licking Morgan's face, Ripley signaled that, despite any potential romantic involvement between Morgan and Dominic, she still holds control. Power dynamics and dominance in the WWE ring. Ripley's bold actions reflect the underlying power dynamics that WWE thrives on. Her confident and unapologetic behavior emphasizes her role as a dominant force within the women's division, while also playing into the intricate storyline involving Dominic and Liv Morgan. By performing these unexpected and provocative acts, Ripley takes control of the narrative both inside and outside the ring. Her actions blur the lines between personal relationships and professional rivalries, creating a multi-layered story that keeps fans engaged. The licking of Liv Morgan's face in particular adds a layer of complexity to Ripley's relationship with Dominic. It suggests that, even as Liv and Dominic may share a bond, Ripley still holds the upper hand in their dynamic. Her gesture was a clear statement. Dominic may be interested in Liv, but Ripley remains the one in control. The art of psychological warfare. Beyond the physicality of wrestling, Ripley's in-ring tactics are a form of psychological warfare. By asserting her dominance in such a bold and unorthodox way, she gets into the minds of her opponents, unsettling them and gaining an edge. Her face-licking stunt wasn't just an act of bravado. It was a strategic move designed to shake Liv's confidence and disrupt any growing closeness between Liv and Dominic. For Ripley, owning her opponents isn't just about winning matches. It's about controlling the narrative, both in the ring and in the minds of her competitors. As she continues to reign as WWE Women's World Champion, her psychological games and unpredictable behavior are sure to remain a key part of her dominance. Conclusion: Rhea Ripley's actions during her WWE matches demonstrate the art of taunting and psychological warfare at its finest. Her face-licking gesture towards Liv Morgan was more than just a provocative move. It was a declaration of her power over both her rival and her partner, Dominic Mysterio. Ripley's spontaneous decisions, whether it's delivering a stink face or marking her territory with a face-lick, highlight her confidence and willingness to push boundaries. As she continues her reign as champion, fans can expect Ripley to keep pushing the limits, ensuring that her dominance is felt by everyone who steps into the ring with her. Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio have become one of WWE's most captivating on-screen couples, drawing fans in with their unconventional chemistry. While their relationship is purely storyline-based, Ripley and Mysterio have created a dynamic that rivals some of the most iconic wrestling pairings, even if they're not quite at the level of Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth. Their partnership has added a unique layer of drama to WWE programming, making their interactions highly entertaining. However, their storyline has recently taken a turn, with Ripley and Mysterio now embroiled in a lover's quarrel. This conflict will reach a boiling point at WWE Bad Blood on Saturday, October 5th, when Ripley is set to defend her Women's World Championship against Liv Morgan, Mysterio's new on-screen love interest. The upcoming match promises to be intense, as Ripley not only seeks to retain her title, but also prove her dominance over both Morgan and Mysterio. In a recent appearance on the Wrestling Classic, Ripley delved into the upcoming match and provided insights into her complicated relationship with Mysterio. Playing up her villainous character, Ripley touched on Mysterio's well-known daddy issues, a storyline that has been central to his character development. Ripley used the interview to tease Mysterio about his psychological struggles, particularly the way he latched onto the nickname Mommy, a term he frequently used for Ripley during their on-screen romance. "You can tell a man has daddy issues when he gets so excited about being called daddy," Ripley said, addressing Mysterio's complex feelings. "He's just got family issues, let's be honest. Because now he's saying that I made him call me Mommy, and he never liked calling me Mommy. Like, you got problems, my dude, because you came up with that by yourself."